I want some motherfucking chocolate milk.
What's up, Clash Bros? It's Marcus or Epic Life Gaming, and welcome back to another Clash Royale video. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys on my level 4 account, my push to level 5 arena. So as a level 4, I have very low level cards. As you can see, I'm barely even level 4. So I'm actually going to be trying to push up into Arena 5. Now, trying to just stay at level 4, I can't collect any of my achievements, upgrade any of my cards. I can't donate to my clan. I can't do a lot of things. And as you can see, I can't upgrade any of my cards that I don't use. So as you guys can see, I have a lot of cards that I have to upgrade. I think pretty much all my cards besides my Expo, and I'm actually having to use an Expo deck to push up into Arena 5 because Expo deck gives me the best opportunity to attack the opponents because I'm going up against level 6, level 7s, and even level 8s, so up to double my level. So this is, I found, is the best strategy to use against these higher level players. I can upgrade some of these cards, but I'm waiting to make sure that this is the best deck for me. So as you can see, we're going to need to gain about 58 trophies in order to get into Arena 5, which is the Spell Valley, which will be a big accomplishment for me as being a level 4. So let's go ahead and get into some attacks and let's see if we can get into Arena 5. My first attack, I ended up losing against a level 6. I hate somebody that gives me that smiley face and is like, oops. BMs are horrible in this game. Do not be one of those guys that wins, then throws out a smiley face or a cry face. I hate those people. And then in my next match, I ended up in a draw. So we started off pretty bad, but then I started to heat up. So we're in Pekka's Playhouse going up against a level 6, and I'm going to show you how I started to heat up. And I actually needed to gain some more trophies than 58 because of me losing that very first attack. I threw out my bomber tower because I don't go up against a lot of Expo decks at this lower range. You do find it occasionally, but not nearly as much as I do on my higher level account. What my hope is to hopefully push up as high as I possibly can with this level 4 account. So that's why I'm waiting to upgrade my cards, because I really want to find the perfect deck in order to pull off as high as I can go. I drop down my Expo and then my Tesla tower, and then he drops down his skeleton army, which does hurt me, but luckily my bomber tower was in range. I take down that hog, and luckily the Expo went after the tower instead of that Inferno tower, and now I'm just gonna pretty much hold off what I can to keep as many shots as possible on that tower. My Expo goes down, and now I need to decide what I need to do next. Do I want to lay down another bomber tower for some defense? I love having the bomber tower as my defense. It works really well. So that way, if they get past my Tesla and Expo, that way my bomber tower can be like a second defense. So I got like 3 lines of defense. I got or 4 lines. I got my Tesla tower. No, I guess you call it 3 because the Expo wouldn't be a defense. It's more for the attack. So I got my Tesla tower, and then I got my bomber tower, and then the towers. So pretty much 3 lines of defense before they get to my King's tower. And look at that. I accidentally dropped down my Expo out of range from his crown tower, and then he lightnings it, which was perfect because he wasted elixir to get rid of an Expo that was pretty much just on defense. So I couldn't have asked for a better card to be played because it cost 60. It was pretty much an even trade. It cost 6 elixir for him to lay down that lightning, and it cost me 6 elixir to lay down the Expo. He gets a strong push right here, but luckily the bomber tower, which is my favorite defense of them all, is able to capitalize and take out all that extra. Right there, I switched it up because he has that skeleton army coming up next. He throws down another lightning spell, which I'm like, crap. Luckily, I have low enough cards that I can cycle through my cards really quickly. Now he starts to get a lot more defensive here. Instead of playing for the win, he is just playing just to survive. And as a level 6, you can't do that. You can overpower me so easily. Throws down a skeleton army, which I was ready for it. He doesn't have the minion horde, so I don't have to worry about saving my arrows for the minion horde. Luckily, I was able to get, I don't even think I was able to get any more shots right there. So we're going to go ahead and lay down another Expo. I know he has his lightning spell coming up next. So you know what? I knew I had to do it, but luckily like I said, I can cycle through my cards really quickly, and the lightning doesn't take it out right away. So luckily I'll still get a couple more shots off, which I didn't again, but we are able to cycle through a lot quicker, like I said before. So now he doesn't have his lightning spell. So now I really need to get in there. We only have 40 seconds left, so I really need to start pushing. I start dropping down my cheapest troops so I can lay down my Expo immediately. And then he goes ahead and does the perfect thing he can possibly do. He attacks the other side, which is what he should have done from the beginning, because it would have made me play a lot more defense. And luckily he runs out of elixir, drops down Inferno Tower, and I'm able to grab this win. He didn't realize that just because the Inferno Tower is in front of the tower doesn't mean that the lightning or the Expo will retarget the Inferno Tower. You'll need to zap it in order to move it onto another defense. Zap is great against the Expo because it retargets it. Let's get into the next attack. So we actually moved up to Arena 5 to play this level 7. And now, so sometimes you have to be pulled up into other people's arena, or sometimes you pull people down into your arena. This guy happened to pull me up into his arena, so that means I was actually doing really well to play a higher level guy. He goes ahead and fireballs my bomber tower, not knowing that I have the Expo. And that's a beautiful thing about placing my bomber tower right there, is because they don't know I'm an Expo deck. So sometimes I'll get them to play a rocket or anything like that. Right there is one of the worst defenses to go up against, is the Barbarian Horde, because it's really tough. Right there, I laid down just a bunch of troops to try and get that Wizard Tower to retarget away from my Expo, but it didn't work well enough because he dropped the Hog Rider right after. I go and let the Hog Rider do its damage, because I'm going to go ahead and get ready for the next push of mine. Right now, I'm actually having to deal right there. Oh, I laid it down in the wrong place again. Oh, and look at that. He goes ahead and rockets it, which is perfect, because that, I believe, is what, 6 or 7 elixir? And I think he realized at the last second that that Expo was not in range. Oh, well. But that's okay with me. That's an even exchange. I love when they do that, because it's my mistake and they make a mistake as well. Even though the Expo is great on defense, it's still, I'd rather him rocket it out of the way and waste his elixir. Right now, that was a perfect thing to play down while I had my bomber tower right there. Made him waste 5 elixir. He goes ahead and drops down another rocket, not using the rocket for my Expo, which is perfect, because even though the fireball I said that right. I said that correctly, hopefully, but the fireball doesn't take down the full health, but it still does enough damage. Right now, he drops down another Hog Rider. I'm having a lot of trouble taking on this level 7 because he has such high level troops than I do that it's tough to actually do any damage against him. Right now, he laid down the perfect thing, which was a witch. Bomber towers take care of witches easily. So right now, I go ahead and lay down my skeletons, a cheap troop to drop down, so that way I can go ahead and lay down another Expo. I know he has the rocket coming up next, but that's just something I gotta deal with. I can't be afraid to not play down a card because I know he has the rocket. All I know is I can lay down cheap troops, that way I can cycle to my Expo faster than he can cycle through to his rocket. Right there, he's able to take down both of my defenses. Wasted a lot of elixir right there. He dropped down the Wizard, the Fireball, and the Hog Rider to take down 2 of my defenses, which only cost 9 elixir. So right there, I dropped down the Tesla Tower and the Expo. Luckily, the Barbarians come up, and I'm able to drop down a couple troops to try to distract them for a little bit while my Expo does enough damage on that tower, and I was even able to take down the Barbarians, which was a great start to this attack. We're finishing off. We only got a little bit more health left on his crown tower. Right there, once again, he does go after the other tower, but too late for him. That tower even was lower level. And look at that. What was he thinking right there? He rockets the defenses for some reason. I have no idea. I have the counter for the minions, and we're going to go ahead and take down his tower before his fireball got to my Expo, and we were able to beat a level 7. That felt good. 38 trophies. Now we only need 25 more trophies in order to move up into Arena 5. Now we're going up against this guy. Once again, he pushed me up into his arena to battle him. So let's go ahead and try to fight this guy. We just beat a level 7. So hopefully we can beat this level 6. Once again, he's rocking barbarians. When I see barbarians, it's like a sigh of relief because I know that my bomber tower can take care of them without a problem. Even though I think it's only like a level 2 or something like that. It's not very high level at all. He does drop down a hog rider right after that, which does scare me a little bit, only because I was hoping to get my bomber tower quickly. Luckily, I was able to get to it. Luckily, it wasn't the last card in my deck, because if you have like the Expo as the last card in your deck, or you know, the bomber tower, this strategy just doesn't work, because the Tesla tower, I know a lot of people like to rock the Tesla tower, but Tesla tower is not my favorite defense. Definitely the bomber tower is my favorite defense of them all. Even though it does cost 5 elixir, which is 1 more elixir than the Tesla tower, it takes out the hordes, while the Tesla tower cannot take out the hordes. Luckily, I was able to take down that wizard, and got just like 2 or 3 shots off on that tower, which is fine for me, getting a little bit more chip damage. But I do have to realize that this guy does have the rocket, so I have to prepare for him to drop that down. But once we get into double elixir time, I can just start flying through my troops and cycle through them, and I can outplay his rocket. Once again, he drops down his barbarians. I have the perfect counter for him. Except when he drops down a rocket. But luckily, the rocket's not even able to take down my bomber tower completely. And once I knew he got rid of his rocket, it was a perfect time to place down my Expo. He drops down a hog rider, which he would have rather have placed down his wizard, because I had nothing to counter the wizard. He drops down arrows in a desperation, and I'm able to get some more shots off, extra shots off with my troops as well. So we got that was probably the best shot right there at taking him down. He should have just let his barbarians die and not have rocketed the bomber tower. But I can't play for him, and I'm glad he did what he did, because that means I was able to counter him pretty darn easily. He's going to go ahead and lay down another rocket. I knew that, but we're in double elixir time. Now, the Musketeer is a challenging card to take on, especially when someone is rocking Musketeer and Wizard, because a Wizard does the splash damage, which takes down all of my hordes of defenses. That's all of my small cards are. It's just a group of small troops that can be taken out in one shot. He lays down his bomber on the right hand side. This is a perfect strategy for him right here. But luckily, I had my Tesla ready for him. Oh, there's Wicked Gaming. I better get rid of that. I'm actually going to cancel that out so you guys can't see his name. He might hate me if giving out his Skype information, but that was Wicked Gaming. Say hi to him. One of my good buddies on YouTube. Probably my best buddy on YouTube. He's a really good guy. You guys probably check him out all the time. He's really popular. But right here, we're going to finish up trying to get off some more shots, but that Giant's really tough to take out with the Expo, because once the Expo is locked onto him, it's really tough to get rid of them. But I laid down every single troop that I had pretty much to try and get rid of that horde. But once again, I was already at my Expo right when he laid down his rocket. He's probably like, what the hell is going on? And I'm able to take down his wizard tower without a problem, get the last few shots that I needed with the last few seconds going off the clock, 12 seconds remaining, and we were able to get the last crown tower. Are we able to get 25 trophies? Yes, we actually got 34 trophies, which was more than enough to get into Arena 5. That is awesome. As a level 4, I don't see a lot of level 4s. I rarely ever go, I don't think I've ever gone up against a level 4. I've gone up against level 5s, but I've never gone up against level 4s in even the P.E.K.K.A. Playground. So going up into Spell Valley, I've already faced a couple level 8s and stuff like that. But I'm happy to get there. Maybe I can push up into Arena 6, which would be, I believe, 1,700 trophies to get into Builder's Workshop. So we're going to see if we can get into there. I'm going to upgrade a few of my cards, and hopefully we'll be able to get high enough level to get up into Builder's Workshop. Well, there it is, you guys. That was my push into Arena 5 into Spell Valley. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And now it's time for everybody's favorite game, Stinky Pinky. It's time to play the game Stinky Pinky, a word game called Stinky Pinky. Everybody loves the game Stinky Pinky. It's time to play the game Stinky Pinky, a word game called Stinky Pinky. I'm the best at Stinky Pinky. Everybody loves the game Stinky Pinky. Stinky Pinky is a wordplay game where you describe two words that rhyme, but you can't use those words in the description. If I was to give you smelly finger, you would give me Stinky Pinky. I just want to apologize to Luis Hernandez in the last Stinky Pinky. He was able to get the answer correct for stab YouTube genre, which was shank prank. I don't know if something's going on with my YouTube comments or something lately, because you guys have spotted a few mistakes I've made lately on picking the Stinky Pinkies, and I've got like 70 of them lately, and it seems like the last 5 I've messed them up. But because you guys have spotted the few mistakes, I'm going to try and figure out what is going on and why I'm picking the wrong people all the time. So I apologize, Luis Hernandez. I definitely was not trying to, not give you the credit that you deserve for getting the correct Stinky Pinky, so I will credit you in this video, Stinky Pinky. Last video, Stinky Pinky, was goal, sleep. And the answer was score, snore. And the Clash Bro got the answer correct first was Christoph Grant. Great job, man. You and Louise both deserve a fish sandwich.
Too early to get a fish sandwich?
Hold your Stinky Pinky high up in the air, Louise and Christoph. You guys are today's winner. If you'd like to be featured in my next video, all you have to do is be the first person to answer the correct Stinky Pinky in the comments. This video, Stinky Pinky, will be Merciless Dummy. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to show all your love by smashing the like button. Want to join the Clash Bro family? All you have to do is subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day, and don't forget, my Clash Bros, to stay beautiful.
Make it drop, honey.